Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Realm back at it again. This is my part 2 video of the one mode for NBA Live 19. What I would hope for it to have, the what if, pretty much. What if they do this? So, getting into it, man. The integration part was part 2, and that's what I will be talking about. So, with integration, I am talking about the main thing, the WNBA. I would love them to incorporate and integrate a WNBA portion of the one mode, where it don't have to be super long, but hopefully, like I said before, it would drag out from a year to 3 years. That much you could at least get that much accomplished, with like a lot of segments and things like that, where where we feel like it's kind of been fulfilled, because some of us ain't gonna play 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons, and like I know that's a lot of material to try to drag on. Besides, unless you're gonna just recycle it, pretty much. But if you have 1 to 3 years of stuff, and then like just pretty much like a whole bunch of achievements that that segments will pop up on. That way you could kind of because you ain't gonna break the all-time scoring record within 3 seasons. You ain't gonna score 41,000 points in 3 seasons. So like I said, if you want to drag out like segments for the game, you would you have a lot of achievements be done, certain amount of steals and career steals, career assists. That's how you would actually integrate. And then when you do those type of things, you get special achievements on your Xbox thing or your PlayStation where it won't even tell you that, but those would be like the secret achievements that most people probably won't ever get because they won't play that many seasons. So but that's what I would like them to really do. I would love to see an integration between the WNBA. I would love to see a storyline. And the storyline that I would like to see like a brother and sister type of storyline where the sister, she's accomplished and the brother is accomplished, and it's more as in the sister and the brother, they pretty much the sister and the brother, they one is a 4-year, which would be the sister, and the brother would be like a freshman, and he's outstanding already, and he's ready going into the NBA. He ready got an agent to go to the NBA, and she graduated, and she said she won an NCAA title, and she's taking that next step to the NBA, and now they both doing pro-am tours in between until to the draft combine. Try to get their stock up some more, but it's already kind of established. But they want to just keep on building on their skill and get their name out there, just so the worker and then they can kind of prove to people why they the best prospects coming out this year in the draft. And and then that kind of be the storyline. To give you. They hopefully they do like they integrate interviews into the game, little cutscene interviews, like a 2-minute, no more than a 3-minute cutscene at the most, and you get these little RPG type of system question answers where you got your 4 input buttons. You might have trigger buttons to be also your answers, and these answers will kind of not dictate how you are, but pretty much how people perceive you, and in that way your rep or your hype could go up or down from that. So if you're real arrogant, your hype might go up because now people really want to see you, really see you, see what you're really about and see how your game is. But I also feel like with interviews, the way you play in a pro-am tour also dictates on your progression system and your hype. So if you drop in 20 points or 30 points in a pro-am tour, your progression skills of your attributes go up, but not only that, your hype also goes up because now people really noticing how good you really are. So they really can't wait to they want to see what you're gonna do next. That's what I would like to see, and like I said, that's for that's for pretty much the pro-am for the joint, pretty much for the kind of like a joint storyline between you and your brother, and you able to play as both of them in this joint. In this joint storyline. Excuse me, sorry about that, lost my train of thought. But that's what I would like to see. Like I said, the likeliness of that happening is very slim to none probably, but at least it's something different. It's something want to be really cheesy, and they don't have to have like some type of crazy little nickname or whatever, because they both go into 2 different separate leagues. So they could say the brother and sister duo, something like that, but they don't have to have no crazy nickname or anything like that, man. So that's what I would really like to see. That's the main thing I would really like to see. It's really the WNBA being integrated into the one mode. Also, with that being said, with the one mode being integrated into there, you have your live run, and you have hopefully a real pro-am where they will actually do dual classes or dual ginger as a ginger dual gender classes where you're able to play with male and female characters in live run and male and female characters in pro am. So I feel like if females kind of want to have that kind of feel, not I'm gonna say a little bit arcadey feel, you play live run where females are able to dunk on guys and vice versa or whatever, and then we do pro am, all the attributes kind of just stick to what it's supposed to be. The female attributes got to be at a certain type of cap, and males got to be at a certain type of cap, so it keeps it balanced when you're playing a pro-am, really. That's what I really would like to see for just the overall aspect of it. Next thing, really, like I said before, I would just really like to see records and stuff like that really be integrated into the game. We don't really have enough records. We don't have record books. We don't have none of that type of stuff in NBA Live. So they need to try to integrate that. They need to find teams, all-time list, the most 3-point made in the game. We got all these analytics now, and with NBA Live being a company with ESPN, you would think they have the analytics things down to the T, where they got let's say the most points a rookie scored in 5 games in their first 5 games, something like that. Things like that I would love and integrate, because I'm not in analytics and those type of stat things like that, how many minutes he averaged in the first 40 games as a rookie, things like that. I don't really care for, but I would like to see it, because you have ESPN as you have official partnership with ESPN. So these analytics and things like that should come to the game without no type of problem, where you shouldn't really have to worry about it. Like I said, all these type of things that ESPN, they really need to fully utilize their license with ESPN. They need to integrate that. They have it. They need to integrate that to the 12th power, because honestly, I really feel like we've been having the same presentation for NBA Live, presentation really since 15, I think, maybe just 16, but I really believe 15. Really, I think it's been the same since 15. 15 and 16 was kind of similar, and 18. I mean, they might have a couple of words being said, and maybe a couple other things, maybe a hot or cold streak might have been added in 16, but for the most part, that's really about it. Another thing that I would like to see integrated again, though, would be the different parks that we had in 16 that we don't have in 18. I would like to see I think it was Brooklyn Park that was in there. I think when they had the first trailer for the Rise Together, and at the end you see underneath that thing, I think that was Brooklyn Park, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I played it, but I think that was that. They had the Chicago Park. I forgot when they updated Live 16. It started with an M. They had that. They had the Terminal 21, and I think that might have been the last. I think that's the only ones that they don't have, that they had in 16 that's not in 18. Yeah, I believe so, yeah. So I would like to see those integrated again, plus a couple of new ones, honestly. I'm trying to think if we didn't even get any new ones. We got Dykeman. We definitely get Dykeman. Dykeman wasn't in 16. We got Dykeman, and we got the farm one in Philly, and I think something else. Barry's Farm. Yeah, so we got 3. I guess they gave us 3 different ones for the 3 ones that they took out. But I want all those, because all those is historic. Why are we limited to only 6 or 7 type of parks? I feel like they need to have 10 to 12 different different gyms or whatever. It needs to be gym/parks. But that's what else I would like to really see integrated for the most part. There's something else that I know I'm probably missing, but those were really my main things I really want to see integrated. Besides injuries, let's integrate injuries in the end game, please. And let me not forget that. Let's please integrate in-game injuries in the one mode, whether it's your character or somebody else. We need in-game injuries. I don't understand how you have this type of play style and this type of game, and you can't see in-game injuries. I don't know who's in charge of that, and who allowed them to even put this game out without having in-game injuries like that. Doesn't happen. But that's about it, guys. It's your boy Rel. Let me know what you think of this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'm back with another video in the next couple of days, man.